Hello, tarot lovers. Welcome back to my channel, Tantra and Tarot with Kelly. Today, we're going to be doing love readings for all signs for December. You may watch for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. I'd like to start out by wishing a happy birthday to all Sagittarians and invite you to please subscribe if you have not already to join my growing community. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. Today, we will start with Sagittarius. Please go ahead and use the timestamps below if you would like to jump ahead to your sign. I will be using the Naked Heart Tarot along with the Moonology deck, the Romance Angels, and the Animal Spirit deck. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Sag. And we're going to talk a bit about what's going on in the sky right now. Right now, the big news is that we have Mars retrograde, which has been square Neptune for a little while now. So could be providing for some just a little confusion, feeling like you're in a little bit of a dream world right now. It may also feel a bit like one step forward and two steps back. But this month, I feel like we are all dancing in a dream. So let's see what that dream is going to bring Sagittarius. I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. Cut the deck for Sag. At bottom of the deck, when I cut, we've got the Innocence of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. So let's talk a bit about that as I'm grabbing the other cards. The Innocence of Pentacles could be a small adventure, a little gift, or a money-making opportunity. Since it is your birthday month, it could be those gifts that all your friends are giving you this month and that attention that you're getting to go out and do some more fun things. See, we're going to take a Romance Angel. So we're going to talk about where Mars is for each of the planets for each of the signs so that you can have an idea of where this Mars retrograde is affecting you during this time. So if you are a Sagittarius rising, the Mars retrograde is happening in Gemini in your 7th house. So you could be doing some reviewing as it pertains to relationships. You may also feel like things aren't moving as quickly as you may like with certain partnerships. You may have had to put some things on pause and or you are just in a waiting game right now. And if that's the case, having a bit of patience is certainly going to be important. I know that is the Temperance card in tarot, which represents you, Sags. So let's see how much patience you're going to have as you're doing your dance this month. All right, I've got all the cards. So we're going to take a main energy, a past, a present, and a future. Bottom of the deck, I've got the 8 of Cups. Your main energy is the 3 of Swords, past energy, Innocence of Wands, present energy, 7 of Swords, future energy for Sagittarius, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Your Romance Angel is honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, which is coming up. We have the Golden Egg for your Animal Spirit card. And the Moonology card I have for you is Disseminating Moon, Time to Breathe Out. So what does this all mean for Sagittarius? Well, it is a little bit more of a somber reading for your birthday month, but let's see what's going on. We have the 3 of Swords here, which means you could be healing from an illness or some heartache. You may have been involved in a third-party situation, or perhaps somebody may have passed away and you're in a mourning stage right now. Either way, this may also just frankly be that you're healing your heart in a deeper way. We have the heart chakra card here. So I feel like this has to do with love energies and perhaps past romances. With that Mars retrograde, you may be reviewing the past cycles that you've had in relationships as they pertain to your 7th house. And there may be some healing that has to happen in order for you to move forward. This can be just a deeper side of your heart that you need to engage in order to feel more complete at this time. And whatever it is that you are walking away from, this bear here is off to find something that is more more pleasurable in the heart. So there's something that you are walking away from at this time that just was not fulfilling. And whatever it is that you had built up that you have to leave, that may be making you sad at this time. Either that, or you are just spending more alone time to heal those deeper parts of yourself, so then you can move forward in more of your Sagittarian way. The past energy I have here is the Page of Wands. So you may have been doing some learning. You could be doing some flirting. This may be also you going out and having a nice time with others, some lighthearted energy, and or you may be working with children this month, because we do have the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles that came out in the shuffle. However, I think this is the bright and happy you trying to stay positive through anything that may have been heavy this month or in the past, that may be making you feel also that it is hard to trust, or you have to be a little bit more strategic. Perhaps you're sneaking around a little bit as it pertains to others. This can also pertain to somebody cheating. So hopefully that's not happening to you, or you aren't the one doing that. But I would like to say that that could be a possibility. So just watch how you are being honest this month. With the square to Neptune, it could feel like things, like I said, are a little confusing, or some people may be living in an illusion right now that isn't serving them. And if you are around others that are in that illusion that's not serving you, you may just want to walk away at this time to find something that is more balanced and fair. We have the Six of Pentacles here. And when it comes to relationships and this card, I do like to say that if you were, say, with another and you're both starving and there's, say, 6 strawberries there on the table, when you walk up and you aren't sure, how hungry your friend is going to be, are you going to save half of them for you? Or are you going to save half for them? Are you going to eat 4 and leave them 2? However that balancing act works, just be careful as to if you are taking charity for love instead of the real thing. So if someone else that you are working with went up to the table and they ate 4 of these 6 strawberries, and then you showed up and they said, oh yeah, I've only just had 2. There were 4 here. I'm not telling the truth. So there may be a chance that someone is not being fair to you or honest with you as far as some sort of monetary or dealing in the physical realm. So see how that makes sense to you. That also may be feeling like you have to be honest with others about equal pay for equal work and doing trade that is balanced. So at this time, we have the honeymoon card. So maybe you feel like getting away from it all. Maybe the Sagittarius season is making you feel like you want to do some traveling or take a little vacation. So enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So if this energy is feeling a little heavy, then I do suggest taking a break, going off on your own, finding something that's going to bring some joy to your life, perhaps next to water, and do what it says here. Take time to breathe out. So perhaps it's been a long, heavy year. And at the end of the day, we want to just heal which has happened in the past, move forward in a way that is honest and that is fair and balanced for all. All right. Good stuff, Sagittarius, and good luck with that for this month. Next on, we're going to be moving on to Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn, a few cards just jumped out right as I was shuffling. We have the Sun card and we have the 8 of Pentacles here. So what does that say to me? Well, maybe you're just happy to be working right now. Or there is some positivity coming into your work world. We do have your ruling planet right now. Pluto is in Capricorn and going direct. So that may feel much more positive to you, much lighter to have Pluto direct now. Also, your ruling planet of Saturn is also moving direct. So that is excellent. this month, we're talking a little bit about the Mars retrograde. So currently Mars is retrograde in your 6th house. So you may be doing some reviews on organization, health. You may be analyzing your numbers as it pertains to money. Bottom of the deck when I cut, naked heart. So letting your vulnerable self be shown, showing your true heart to others. Let's see here. Bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So you may be doing some juggling. You could have a couple opportunities. You may be waiting for some money come in so you can pay that bill, or you could be waiting for some answers so you can take the next step. Either way, if you're juggling a little bit, I guess watch for if you're losing any time in not making a decision. Things may also be coming to you and you're missing them because you're juggling other things. So just watch out for that. I'm going to draw the other cards, but let's see what we have here with the tarot. Your main energy I have is the Innocence of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. So yeah, there may be just some nice, sweet messages that you are feeling with a loved one. You could be connecting with a water sign, or you may also be connecting with a Sagittarius. So maybe needing to bring some more balance into your love life or more balance into your world. We're going to take one of these Moonology cards right now. So if you feel a little heated, if you need to take a break, I suggest finding a way to just slow down and cool off. This Mars retrograde is having people feel like they're moving backwards a little bit right now. So if things have felt a little confusing and you felt like you're in that dream world, then just find a way to dance gently with that energy so that you aren't feeling overwhelmed right now. All right, let's take one more card. Got everything for Cap. So the romance angel I have for you is Wedding. That's exciting. The Moonology card I have is Hawk. The Animal Spirit card is Hawk. The Moonology card is Full Moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. It may be what you have been working on here. All right, so like I said, we have the past energy as Temperance. The main energy or the central energy is the 7 of Pentacles. And the future energy is the 10 of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacles have come out here. I do feel like you may be really looking at your retirement plan right now. You could be working with your partner as, like if you are married, you could be working with your partner on how you're going to be saving money. We have the 7 of Pentacles. It could be just needing to have more patience. Both of these cards represent patience as it pertains to your money or your monetary growth or your growth with work at this time, which isn't super exciting as it comes to love. But what's that going to do? It's going to give you everything that you ever wanted. So if you are single, you may be getting married this month. It says that is going to bring you a lot of happiness. The 10 of Pentacles is basically having it all. And it may also pertain to having children or bringing a child into your life with the Page of Cups. Either way, it's going to be more of a simple, lighthearted month for you. I feel like as long as you have patience and you're coming up with a plan for yourself as far as the future goes, as far as what we're going to do in the new year, January moving forward, then I think that is excellent. And the Hawk is reminding us to keep a close eye on what's going on. Let's read a little bit more about the Hawk energy here. The Hawk is an air sign. So let's see what it says. All right, we've got the Hawk. Watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. When in balance, sees clearly, intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much, suspicious. Bring into balance, perspective shift. So if you need to shift your perspective, you're keeping an eye on a plan, you're keeping an eye on your money, you're working on those partnerships. And with the Mars happening in your 6th house, I do feel like that is helping you get organized with money this month, which is going to bring you more happiness in the future. So have patience with that. Enjoy this month. And thanks so much, Capricorn. Next on, we are going to be moving on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, we are talking a bit about this Neptune square with Mars, where we have Mars retrograde. Neptune is just going direct this weekend while I'm filming this at the beginning of December. So it may have felt like a little confusion this month. Either way, we're dancing in that lovely dream that we can build as we're working through the end of the year. I'm going to shuffle these and let's talk a bit about where that retrograde is happening for you. We have Mars retrograde happening in your 5th house. So you may be reviewing your actions in areas as they pertain to children, as they pertain to romance, or other creative endeavors at this time. You may be getting out all those old paintings you never finished and finally deciding to finish them. Or you may be connecting with your kids and helping them perhaps clean out their closets or do something as it pertains to children and reviewing where we can get a little bit more organized, perhaps. All right, we're going to cut the deck for Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Universe card. We've got the World card here. So you may be coming to an end. You could also be connecting with a fixed sign. You could be connecting with another Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, or a Scorpio. However, I feel like it is more of a completion. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Movement of Cups. That's the Knight of Cups. So maybe a relationship that is sending you positive love messages right now. Hopefully we don't have the love bomber here, but you could be connecting with a water sign. Main energy, 2 of Pentacles. Past energy, 7 of Swords. Current energy, 3 of Wands. Future energy, 7 of Cups. There's that Neptune energy that we're feeling right now. The Moonology card I have for you is the answers are coming. Full moon in Gemini. You could be connecting with another Gemini, or you could be connecting with another air sign like a Gemini. Let's take a romance angel for you. So yeah, we've been doing some review this month. We've been feeling a little bit more creative with that Neptune influence. And let's see here. Your moon or your romance angel card is Wedding, which is the same card I got for Capricorn. So perhaps you're getting married to a Capricorn. Very literal there. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to take an animal spirit card. I really feel like it wants to be this one. So, ooh, that's interesting. We also have the hawk. That is the same one I got for Capricorn. So once again, this could be something, a pattern that's going on for you right now. The hawk, we want to keep a keen eye on things, and we'll read more about that in a second. But let's talk about these tarot cards here. So with the 2 of Pentacles, you may be juggling some money right now. You could be working with your partner on balancing the books. You may be waiting for some money to come in so that you can buy some holiday gifts, or you may also be juggling multiple ideas and trying to make a decision about something, balancing out the books and such. So if that's the case, just watch out for all the juggling. You may miss what's going on. You may miss the details if you're doing too much juggling. So try to slow down a little bit. Take your time. The past energy I have is the 7 of Swords. So there may have been something that was kind of sneaky or not 100% truthful that you have been dealing with, or this may have been you. Maybe you aren't being 100% honest with others. This Neptune energy can feel deceptive, and that can be challenging. And so if others aren't being truthful for you, then I would just suggest definitely being honest with them so that you can maybe dig the truth out. So be mindful of that. Yeah, sometimes this also pertains to a cheating situation, but you'll know if that applies to you. So with the main energy being the Three of Wands, there is going to be some things where your ships are now coming in. If you've been juggling a lot and you've been waiting for your plans to come to fruition, this is the month where I feel like your plans are going to start to come to fruition. You're going to see action in the ways that you've been planning for. You may have had a lot of plans, but now you're ready to put them into action. So if that's happening during the Mars retrograde and things are getting a little hairy and it feels a little confusing, then you may want to wait out the plan just a little bit longer until you have all the details ready to go before you put action in. But you may just have multiple options right now. And as it comes to dating and as it comes to your love life, you may feel like you are looking online and are maybe looking at your options. Perhaps it can be a little confusing because you have so many options right now, or you just aren't sure what decision you want to make. So you'll be juggling with some decisions. Just know that in the future, it says here, the answers you need are coming. So that is coming up soon. If you aren't quite sure what to do next, just be a little patient. Mars is a retrograde in Gemini, so that could be just adding a little complication to our forward motion right now. So just doing the dance. If you aren't moving forward, just trying to figure out how to keep things rolling best you can, even if things aren't quite being completed yet. We did have that world card, so just know that things will finally get to the completion point, but we aren't quite there yet. So just be patient and keep your eye on what's going to be most important. Let's read a little bit about the Hawk card here. The Hawk card absolutely has a keen eye, and that's part of its skill in hunting and other things. So it says, watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. So you may be watching other moves around you as the observer this month. So it says, when in balance, sees clearly intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much suspicious. So maybe feeling some suspicion here. Bring it to balance, a perspective shift. So eventually, all of this observation is going to help redirect your course into a place where you're not going to feel quite as confused and things will be more clear to you. All right, good luck with that this month, Aquarius. Next on, we're going to be moving on to Pisces. Pisces this month, we're talking about the Mars retrograde as it squares Neptune and how we are dancing in this energy. A little bit of confusion along with feeling like you're maybe taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So we're going to see how that goes for everyone. So the Mars retrograde specifically is happening for you in your 4th house of home. So maybe you are spending this time reviewing projects that have not been finished so you can bring them to completion with your partner. I'm going to use that card for the animal spirit because it wanted to jump out. Let's take a romance angel. And so, yeah, the Mars is square Neptune, which is in your sign. So your ruling signs, your ruling planets are currently both in your sign again, because we had Jupiter retrograde make its way back into Pisces. And now that is at 28 degrees of Pisces, and your other ruling planet of Neptune is at 22, stationing to go direct right now. So it could be influencing you heavily. You may feel like things are a little too good to be true, but a bit dreamy at the same time. And just roll with that positive energy. You're getting the last blast of the Jupiter in Pisces right now. And then it's going to move on to your 2nd house for all of those Pisces rising here. Let's see when that's going to happen. We do have Jupiter moving out of Pisces on, let's see here, it is moving into Aries on December 20th. So that may make a difference for you. It could feel a shift, not having one of your personal planets in your sign any longer. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to cut the deck for Pisces. Bottom of the deck when I cut, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Isn't that beautiful? That is what we are referring to when we're talking about Jupiter. You may also be connecting with somebody that's ruled by Jupiter. You may be connecting with another Sagittarian, or just someone who's bringing a lot of good fortune into your life, which is beautiful. That which you have worked hard for in the past should be coming to fulfill now if you put in the efforts, much like karma. So bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Swords. Somebody could be thinking about you, or you may be thinking about somebody else. Main energy, Two of Pentacles. This just keeps coming out. Past energy, Three of Wands. Current energy, the Tower, could be connecting with the Scorpio. Future energy, Six of Pentacles. So let's see what we have for your animal spirit card. We've got the Owl, beautiful, abundant, romance angel, heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Future, or the Moonology card I have is Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first move. So you may feel more like that when Jupiter moves into Aries, but let's see what we have here. So for your main energy being the two of Pentacles, there just could be a lot going on that we're juggling right now. You could be waiting for some money to come in so that you could pay a bill, could be waiting to get some answers so you can make the next move. And if you're doing that, you don't get too confused and just the hustle bustle right now. Take time to see what has actually come to fruition already. We have the Three of Wands in the past position. So you may have put some plans out there and now they're finally coming to pass. And so that may just be adding more to your plate right now. And if that's the case and you feel like something's going to burst, we do have the Tower card. So there may be a breakup. There may also just be a guided change, a universally guided change that has to happen. You may just feel different this month. Like, I feel different. I'm not going to have the same month I had last month. I have clarity now. I know how I feel. You could also be connecting with an air sign, like I said, or a Scorpio at this time. But I feel like anything that you're working through right now, let's really give it a hard think. Let's not rush into anything. Let's be mindful of the juggling we're doing so we can bring more balance to the situation. With the Six of Pentacles and the future, that is saying to us, like, say, if you're sharing something with others, say you guys both worked hard together, is that person going to be giving you your what you're due? Like, are you going to get the money that you're owed for the work that you've done? Is people going to share things fairly with you? If you were stuck in a forest and there's only 6 berries left on the bush, is your friend going to eat 4 of them and leave you 2? Or are they going to eat 2 and leave you 4? Or are you going to take charity for love? Or how are you bringing this balance into your world? So being mindful of that. If you're doing all of the work and you feel like things are out of balance, then that may be the Tower. If you're saying, I'm doing all the juggling here and things need to be into balance, maybe your partner isn't bringing in the money that you need, well, somehow you're going to have to find that point where things change to bring something more fruitful in the future. But I feel like that's going to be really positive because we have the Owl card here. So if there's been any juggling of money, I feel like that is going to work out positively for you. You may have some investments that go really well, or you could get a bonus when you aren't expecting it, or something to that regard. Let's see what the Owl says here. The Owl is an air card. I'm just flipping through the air. Abundance, clairvoyant, treasures. When in balance, generous, trusting, secure. When out of balance, money, quarrels, scarcity. Money, quarrels. Bring into balance an offering, which that can often also be this. What are you going to offer back to the universe to help bring things into balance? Maybe you're taking some time this month to do some volunteering. Either way, when you're working with your partner, make sure to be very honest. If you're having these deeper conversations, don't be afraid to bring up which is important to you. Don't hide your needs, and make sure you are very clear in those conversations. And if nobody is bringing up that which needs to be focused on, then you're going to be the one to do it. So be bold and make the first move. So get out there, make the change that needs to happen. If you aren't happy with your job, then maybe that is going to be a job change for you this month, and or just a shift of perspective. All right, awesome, Pisces. I hope you have a wonderful December. Next up, we're going to be moving on to Aries. So Aries, your ruling planet of Mars is retrograde right now. So we are talking a bit about how to dance with that energy, how to dance in the dream when we have Mars retrograde square Neptune, which could be bringing up some confusion or some deception or some just some areas where you feel like you're trying to move forward, but you're moving in circles. So that can be frustrating for those Mars ruled signs. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the Heart of Pentacles. You could be connecting with a Earth sign female. We're going to take a main energy, past, present, and a future. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Movement of Cups. You may be connecting with a water sign like a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces at this time. I'm going to take a new Moonology card and an Animal Spirit card for you here. So the Mars retrograde is happening in your third house if you're an Aries rising. And what does that mean? Well, you may be reviewing how you've worked with community. You may be reviewing how you've communicated. You may be trying to communicate, but you feel like you don't have the right words and you're having to go back and have a conversation over again, or any of that frustrating stuff where you feel like you've already done the action and you feel like you're having to redo it as it pertains to your contacts and your connections and your communities. So let's see here. Animal Spirit card I have for you is the Shark. We'll talk a little bit about that here in a second. Let's take a Romance Angel. A Romance Angel we have is Healing Family Issues. And we're going to take a Moonology card. Let's get this one right here for you. We've got a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. All right, your main energy is the Five of Cups. Past energy for Aries, Ace of Wands. Current energy, Nine of Wands. Future energy, Nine of Swords. All right, this has not been like the easiest month so far for people as far as the cards go. And I don't necessarily think that your month is going to be a whole lot easier. But I do say that what stands out quite a bit here are these two cards to me: Healing Family Issues and a personal issue reaches a resolution. So some of you may have been arguing with family members, or you've been needing to clear the air. I think this is the month where it's going to happen because it says it reaches a resolution here. Cancer rules the fourth house, and that a lot of times does have to do with family, those in which you've lived with in the past or you currently live with. So working on that, you may be looking back, Five of Cups, you may be looking back at the past, not feeling happy. You may be feeling a little depressed or a little just lackluster right now. You may be seeing the glass as half full, and that could be bringing you some depression. We have this cold blue heart here. If that's the case, then yeah, maybe forgiving somebody will help. Maybe that is a family member. And if you're just a little concerned right now, if they feel a little drama, you may feel like there's just some thoughts that are encircling you. There could be somebody in your group that is maybe spying on you, or there is just somebody watching you right now. It doesn't have to be in a negative way, but it may just be energy that you're sensing that is surrounding you that isn't necessarily as easy to work with. So maybe somebody wants to pick an argument with you or something to that regard, and that can be a little frustrating. So let's see what the Shark card says. It says, directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky, destructive. Bring into balance, honesty. So yeah, it says Shark energy takes us over when we are hesitant to be honest, to be truly ourselves, or say what we really want. So if there's something on your mind and it feels like a battle to get through, we need to just take one thing at a time here. We do have the movement of cups. So as I said, you could be connecting with a water sign. But I almost feel like this is more of an independent month for you. With this Ace of Wands, it could just be a fresh start in a direction where you may just need to get a lot done. There could just be a lot of small battles that you're dealing with right now, or it could feel like there's a lot on your plate, which is bringing you down and perhaps providing for some anxiety as well. So if you're feeling that anxiety, you're feeling a little sad, maybe this isn't quite the month where you are having these big romantic connections, but you're working with Chiron, which is in your sign, which has been in your sign for some time, which now is finally going to be moving direct, I feel like, on December 23rd. So as Chiron starts to station, to slow down, to move direct, it could be bringing up everything just like, oh, it's all right here. And if that's the case, just finding someone to have this more simple, sweet time with, where it doesn't feel so complex and it's not bringing you anxiety. So maybe that isn't hanging out with your family. Maybe it's just finding some chill group of friends, and that's going to help you bring your personal issue to resolution. All right, good luck with all that, Aries. I hope you have a lovely December. Next up, we're going to be moving on to Taurus. Taurus, this month, we're talking a bit about the Mars retrograde and how that can be affecting you and in which area of life. Our current Mars retrograde is in Gemini, and that is for Taurus rising, your second house. So there'd be some confusion. It could feel like you've been putting in action, but it's not going anywhere. Maybe you've been doing working on some money issues, or working on just how you look and how you feel, and you may be doing some review as far as that goes. Perhaps you had maybe even something like a beauty regimen that you're changing up right now. You're doing things differently. You're trying some things out and you haven't quite made a decision yet, or maybe have to do with your eating habits or anything dealing with the five senses, or this is the house of Taurus. So it could feel a little bit more personal to you as you're reworking your second house energy. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the Three of Swords. I also got the Three of Swords for Sagittarius. So there may be some healing going on between you and a Sag. This also may be, you may be dealing with an illness and you're trying to work through it. You may also have had a three-party situation and or a possible death that you are trying to work through at this time. You're trying to do some of that grief process. So bottom of the deck, we've got the High Priestess here. Could be connecting with a Pisces. Main energy, Ace of Swords. Past energy, Six of Pentacles. This has been a popular card. Current energy, the Tower. Future energy, Heart of Swords. So you may also be connecting with an air sign. You could be connecting with an air sign female, such as an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. All right, let's get a Moonology card for Taurus. We have Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio, which the New Moon in Scorpio was one of those very powerful eclipses that we had, and that was in your seventh house. And now, the energy is a little bit more focused on your second house right now, but some of those things that you learned in October may be coming back so that you can review them and work through them and make some decisions. All right, we've got the Otter card. That's playful and fun. Now, that does lighten the mood a little bit. So if things feel a little heavy, what are you doing to lighten the mood? It looks like it's going to be important to have your spiritual outlets, to be doing your religious studies or practices, or you're going to be following that intuitive side of yourself, that more spiritual element this month, perhaps that does pertain to the holidays for you and some important traditions that you're working with, but may also be just connecting with somebody of like mind who also has those same belief systems as you. The let's see here. We're going to take one of the romance angels, and the romance angel I have for you is heart-to-heart conversations. So, and I also saw right underneath that, which seemed to also be important, healing family issues. So if you have been, say, working with children or other young family members, that could be bringing you some hope and some making you feel good. If maybe you're volunteering and you're working with some children right now, and that's bringing you some joy. Either way, let's read a little bit more about this Otter card, because I feel like that's going to help sustain your energy this month while some things are going through ups and downs. And we'll talk a little bit about this tarot here in a second. Let's read the Otter card. It says, unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. When in balance, full of love, needs nothing. When out of balance, gloomy, sighs, makes silly excuses. Bring into balance a dance party or celebration. Well, that's super fun because this month we are talking about dancing in a dream. So anything that feels like that to you will be good. You may have to focus on some more serious topics this month, however, because we've got the Ace of Swords here. So you may be looking for clarity in areas of your life as they deal with what's fair and balanced. The Six of Pentacles is a popular card right now, come out for most of the signs. And this is that even balance of give and take. This is that fairness. This is I spent this much time working on it, therefore I should get paid that amount. And if that's not happening for you, then we definitely need to have some kind of a change here. The Tower card is a universally guided change, and much like those eclipse energies that we had, it may be forcing you to look at some things that you didn't want to have to look at in order to make the changes. You could be going through a breakup right now, or also you may be changing jobs or just going through a move or something that is one of those large life shifts. So if that's the case, I say be in your logical mind. Let's not get too overly emotional about things. Let's speak with those people that are going to be helping us out, having the right conversations and helping that healing happen in the areas that maybe you've had pain before. This queen here, she has her sword. She can cut off that which hurt her in the past. That's not necessarily fun to do, but if you're having to do through some of those things, if you're having to cut people off, or you're having to rework relationships as they deal with your family, just being open and speaking your heart, following your intuition, and trying to have a good time while doing it. So enjoy all that this month, Taurus. I say, if anything, just be clear on your thoughts and let the change happen and try to have a good time. All right. Thanks so much, Taurus. Next on, we're going to be moving to Gemini. Gemini, we are talking about the excitement in your sign this month, which is the Mars retrograde that is happening in your first house if you are Gemini rising. So what does this feel like? Well, the theme of dancing in a dream, you could feel like you're just floating from one activity to the other. It could feel a little confusing. You could feel like you aren't getting anything done. You may feel like you're reviewing and redoing areas that you've already done stuff. Like, okay, I already filled out this form and I turned it in, and now they're saying they didn't get it, and I'm having to go back and redo stuff that I didn't want to have to do to begin with, and just annoying things like that. So I've noticed it in my world. So all right. Or you may be making a lot of phone calls and leaving messages and no one's getting back to you, and it's just hard to make that progress in certain areas. All right. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the Spirit of Cups. You could be connecting with a water sign male, such as a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, but more likely a Scorpio or a Cancer. All right. Either way, an older water sign. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. Putting in that hard work, no matter what's going on, at least you're trying to put in the effort, right? All right, let's get the rest of the cards here for you. As we're shuffling those, let's talk about your main energy. Main energy we've got is the Eight of Swords. So what does that mean? Well, the Eight of Swords, you may be feeling a little stuck right now. Finally, we do have some of these planets starting to move forward this month that have been retrograde, but that's not going to necessarily happen right away. We have Neptune moving forward right now over the weekend, and that should help clear up some of the confusion that may be making you feel a little stuck right now. We also have Chiron moving direct on December 23rd. And we do have a full moon in your sign here on December 7th. So that'll be exciting. The full moon is going to be conjoined Mars. So that may help spark some of that energy and action. I'm going to take a romance angel for Gemini. And then I'm going to take a animal spirit card for you. This one. All right. All right. We got the fox, which is great. There's that partnership that you're working hard on. And this is lovely, which I love. Look, we got two foxes here. So let's talk about that in a second. The romance angel I have is pay attention to the red flags. The moonology card I have is a new romantic cycle begins. And like I said, that animal spirit card we have is the fox. We'll look a little bit more about that, but let's talk about what we have for the rest of the tarot. Past energy, we have the Empress card. It says Earth Mother. Current energy, Three of Wands. Future energy, King of Wands. So you could be connecting with a fire sign as well. You could be connecting with a fire sign male who is a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. But right now, it looks like you are coming into this more maternal feeling with yourself. You may be connecting with your mother. You could be connecting with a Taurus. But you also may just be enjoying the fruits of your labor. It says you've been working quite a bit. We've got the Eight of Pentacles and also the Eight of Swords. So we have two eights here. And so that may be a special number that's been coming up for you this month. You can look more about what that means online. But this Earth Mother, she's given birth to her pain. She's been through a lot. She's now reached this level of having everything that she wants because she's worked so hard for it. And that has taken a lot of time, and that's taken a lot of effort. And you used to feeling like you're enjoying those types of things, and now you feel a little stuck, then just know your ships will be coming in, but it's going to take a bit of time right now. This isn't that easy flowing energy that we're used to. And so you may feel like, okay, I've made plans and now I'm just waiting for my ships to come in. And don't worry, they will. And in the future, you will be feeling more creative this month. But I think between now and January, it may just be a little bit more effort on your part. But let's read about this fox card, because I definitely see that is, we have the double image of the fox here. So that's going to give us some more clues of how this month is going to go for you. So let's take a look at the fox here. The fox is an earth element. Going to keep flipping till I find it here. Thanks for your patience. Let's see here. But yeah, the fox does speak of being strategic as well. So you may have to have a little strategy this month. All right. It says fox, smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher, which very often can be Gemini. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. When in balance, magical, ingenious teacher, monogamous. When out of balance, sneaky, unsure of their identity, bring into balance, partnership, and connection. So as you're connecting with people, it looks like here that will go very well, because we have a new romantic cycle begins. So this can be with your current partner, or this could be with a new partner. But either way, that fresh newness to your partnerships is going to be helpful this month for you. But certainly watch out for any of that sneakiness. We did get the Seven of Swords for several of the other signs. So that means that we're all going to have to be watching out for honesty and truthfulness. This Mars square Neptune can bring a little bit of delusion and also some deceptiveness. So let's keep our eye out for being honest with ourselves and being honest with others as it deals with that type of energy. But for you, I say that working through any areas where you feel stuck, do so in a creative way where it's going to help move things forward. And if there's things that you cannot solve right now, just be patient and know that there are going to be answers coming here soon. All right, Gemini, enjoy that month. I hope you have a lovely December. Next up, we're moving on to Cancer. Cancer, this month, we're talking about the Mars retrograde. Oh, a couple cards popped out while I'm shuffling. I've got the Devil, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So we could be talking about a new start as it deals with those areas of our lives that we're trying to not be so codependent with. So yeah, you may also be connecting with a Capricorn right now, and there could be a new start in communication flowing there too. So let's see what happens. I'm going to shuffle a couple more times and we'll get a few more cards for you. But the Mars retrograde is happening in your 12th house. So it may just feel like a dreamier time. I am Cancer rising, so I have been feeling like taking a nap and not really doing as much. So if that's happening to you, then just go with the flow, get your extra rest this month. Bottom of the deck, excuse me, I've got the Page of Pentacles. This says Innocence of Pentacles. So maybe it's having some small offers come in. It could be a little adventure that you're planning, or you may also be buying some small gifts for somebody or receiving them yourself or connecting with a child. All right. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Movement of Wands. You may be connecting with a fire sign like a Sagittarius or an Aries or Leo. Either way, that may be you out dating right now. You could be playing the field a little bit. Let's get a romance angel to see how that's going. All right. Romance angel I have is soulmate. Ooh, I love it. Yes, this is your soulmate. So maybe you met somebody new out on the prowl and it is your new soulmate. So interesting things about soulmates are they actually show us our faults at times, and that can be a little annoying. It can be a little frustrating to have somebody feel like the mirror in your life, even though we do need that. It is true that soulmates can point to us those areas that we did not see ourselves, and sometimes that can lead to interesting conversations, especially if you are defending some old ways of being. It may be time to listen to somebody else and accept what they have to say and realize that there are always areas of our lives that we can improve. And so if those messages are coming to you right now, just be graceful as you are dealing with them. All right. Main energy I have for you is the Six of Swords. I love it with the turtle. Past energy, Two of Cups. Love to see that. Current energy, ooh, Seven of Swords. This has been coming out a lot. Future energy, the Chariot. There's your card. You could be connecting with another Cancer right now. All right. So what does all this say to me? Well, we also have the Elephant card. Okay. So that is your animal spirit card. And the first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. Well, you may have entered a new partnership right now, and now you are having some trust issues. You may be concerned about whether or not somebody's cheating on you or whether or not they're being honest. Either way, there may have been some sneaky or destructive behavior that you engaged in as well that could be affecting your relationships at this time. However, with the Six of Swords as the main energy, I do feel like we are going to be finding some peace and some new ground. You may be discovering places that you haven't been before. You may be planning for some travel. Either way, you're going to put your thoughts in a basket and take them with you to find some more peace and harmony, which I love. So maybe if there was an argument, perhaps as it pertains to being honest, or you were being a little sneaky, you are going to turn the corner, I think, and find that clarity that brings the peace to your world. And what does that mean? Well, with all of that action, your head and your heart are going to be more on the same page than they were before. But it looks like we've got two heads of the horses here. We've got two hearts going on. So I do feel this does have a lot to do with your partnerships at this time. You could be learning more about relationships as they deal with your own personal fears that you haven't been able to express to others. And so if you haven't been honest about your own emotions because they bring some anxiety to you, or you want to be sneaky because you aren't really wanting to show all of your cards, then that may be creating some blockages for you, in which this elephant is going to help out. So let's read a little bit about that elephant card and see how it's going to come into play for you. The elephant card, they say, is the most auspicious card in the deck, and so that can be a positive thing. Unstoppable, auspicious, wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. When in balance, one-pointed focus, generous, loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate, bring into balance, trust. And this card has a lot to do with trust, especially if other people have not been honest with you in the past and you're wanting to develop more of that in your current relationship. So yeah, just see how that goes. If you're feeling stuck and there is a blockage that you're supposed to get through, that is what the elephant is here to teach you. You can also do a meditation where you take your arms and you go like this and you imagine those blockages, those big rocks being broken down so that a new path is formed. So yeah, it can be a very positive thing, but it may have felt like it's been a long time coming to work through some of these blockages. But either way, it says your commitment is being tested. So that which you have committed to, Two of Cups, that partnership which you have committed to may be offering you some challenges right now, because now you're having to take it to the next level and do the thing that you promised. So I wish you good luck with that. I do feel this is probably the reading that's had the most relationship energy. So it could be a lot of relationship topics that come up for you this month. So just be sure to keep your head and your heart on the same page and moving that chariot forward. All right, Cancer, thanks for that. Next up, we're going to be moving on to Leo. Leo, this month we are talking about the Mars retrograde and how it pertains to you and in which house. With the Mars retrograde being square Neptune, it does feel a little bit like dancing in a dream, like you'd be going in circles, but hopefully you will find your way through the end of the maze here by the end of the month. But that Mars retrograde is going to be going on through January, and it's going to be affecting your 11th house. So you may have felt like there are some friendships that are coming back for review, and you may also be working with your community. Perhaps it's important for you to go out right now and to do some volunteering and to find a group or some small groups in which you're working with. I'm going to take that card for the romance angel. So yeah, if you're looking for your group, if you're trying to find your place in the world right now and how you can make a difference for others, looking at areas where you've done that before, this review cycle of action in your 11th house may be showing you that which has brought you joy in the past, as it pertains to your friends and your small groups or your clubs and activities that you're a part of. And maybe you're connecting with some of those that you haven't in a while. And that could be really positive, and reviewing the ones that are important to you so that you can focus on what brings you the most joy. All right, we've got an animal spirit card, and then let's shuffle the tarot one more time and cut the deck, and let's see what we have for Leo for December. Cut the deck, bottom of the deck when I cut, I've got the 10 of Pentacles, definitely focusing on that having it all feeling, focusing on the money and the joy and the house and the relationships and just all of it that adds up to a beautiful, wonderful life. So bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords, there may have been an ending that could have been painful. There may have been something that you went through that you're like, I'm just not going to do it that way anymore. I can't go back to that pain cycle. I'm tired of it. I don't want to be stabbed in the back this way anymore. It's just over with. So a big ending may have happened for you. Geez, this guy is very popular this month. Main energy, 7 of Swords. Past energy, Ace of Wands. Current energy, the Magician. You may be connecting with a Gemini. Future energy, Two of Cups. This is an interesting pile. Okay, the Moonology card I have is conclusions are within reach. Makes sense with the Ten of Swords. Chemistry is the card I have for the Romance Angel. It says there is a strong magnetic attraction here. And the beautiful animal card I have is the Starfish. So what does all this mean? Well, I think you're going to be looking really good this month. Anytime we pull that Starfish card, I feel like you're going to be alluring, you're going to be beautiful, you're going to be attracting, magnetic attraction, attracting people that have that same feeling that you do, that positive joy and spark. The spark that we're seeing here, the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Wands in the past, that says to me there has been a new beginning, but this new beginning came with some endings. Conclusions are within reach. We had those heavy eclipses the last couple months, and that may have taught you something about a way that you do not want to move forward anymore. I can't do it that way anymore. That didn't work for me. There is an ending here, and there is a new beginning. And so a lot of that new beginning, I think, is going to be based on where you want to put that spark. It's kind of like in your hands here. However, I don't think that you are being completely honest. There's something about sneaking around, or there's something that you are not, that there's some delusional activity, or something that is just not 100%. So you may know what that means for you. However, if you aren't sure what that means, this Neptune that's going direct right now, it's going direct on December 4th, that could teach you more about that which you haven't understood. This Mars retrogrades have been a little confusing. That's why we're dancing in the dream. We're kind of making some moves and aren't really sure. And if there's something that's been deceptive or delusional in your world, well, just, watch out that you're manifesting things in the way that you want. This can also be somebody that's coming in to try to make something happen for themselves. It may be a little bit of manipulation with these two together. However, make sure that's not how you're getting to your Two of Cups. Don't do so without being honest, and please don't do so without being manipulative or with being manipulative. So in general, what does that say to me? Well, I think it's time to manifest your dreams, but you need to be honest about what those are to yourself, okay? And any relationship that is worth having is worth working through these issues, working through the issues of honesty, working through the issues of what do we want together. There may be some surprises coming this month. Perhaps there's a surprise ending, but there also could be a surprise new beginning. So keep your head up. Find your group, find your like-minded individuals in your 11th house, and use that energy to bring you peace. Bottom of the deck, we've got the the Six of Swords. So there will be some clarity that comes, and underneath that, I have the Star card, which is also healing. So finding a new path that brings you healing, where you can collect all these heavy thoughts, you can collect all this energy and move it forward and find those relationships that bring you peace. All right. Awesome, Leo. Good luck with that this month. Next up, we're moving on to Virgo. Virgo, we're talking a bit about how this Mars retrograde is working for everybody at this time. Virgo, you've got the Mars retrograde in Gemini happening in your 10th house. If you are a Virgo rising. So we're going to shuffle up these cards and we're going to get some new ones for you. What does the 10th house represent? Well, the 10th house is often your career. And so you may be doing some reviewing as it pertains to your career, or that may have also brought some frustration as it pertains to work if you feel like you're having to redo things. Maybe there's a large project that you worked on and they want to make all these changes, and now you're having to go back and redo all this stuff that you've already done, and that may be making some extra work for you. But either way, it also could be making some extra money. Hopefully, with anything that you're having to do twice, you get paid twice. So making sure that things are fair and balanced in that regard. We have seen a lot of the Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles this month. So I just feel that let's be honest about that which is fair for all, especially as it pertains to money. So let's see how that's working for you. I'm going to cut the deck. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the Three of Cups. It's beautiful. I think we need a little bit more of that this month. We need some more of this lighthearted energy in which you're going to be meeting people that you haven't seen in a while. There could be a reunion coming up, a reunion with some friends or some family members, and that can be really beautiful at this time. I'm going to take a main energy, a past, a present, and a future. Bottom of the deck, Innocence of Pentacles. This has also been very popular this month. I feel like there could be a small money offer coming in, and this can also pertain to some gifts that you're getting other people, but maybe connecting with a younger earth sign, and you could be going on a little adventure together or something to that regard, perhaps working with children. All right, let's take a romance angel. Romance angel. For Virgo, we have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Your animal spirit card is tarantula. Your moonology card is emotions are running high. Super moon. Ooh. We do have a full moon coming up in Gemini, and that is on December 7th. See how that energy is treating you. Could be bringing up some extra emotions for you. All right, main energy. Nine of Cups. Ooh, I like that with the Three of Cups. Past energy, the Fool. Beautiful, love it. Current energy, ooh, Three of Swords. This also came out for Sagittarius, so you could be connecting with the Sag. Future energy, Two of Cups. Well, let's talk about it, all right? There may be a major life decision that you are having to make this month as it pertains to moving your path forward in the direction that you want. This is a karmic card of sorts because it does talk about your dharma and where your soul should be going at this time. Let's get a few keywords for that as we're looking at these other cards. Let's see here. The tarantula is a fire element. It says at a crossroads, claiming life purpose. Tarantula represent a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, over-intellectualizes. Bring into balance, daily journaling. All right. Well, so as that's going on in your world, what else is happening? Well, there is a wish coming true. There's something that you've dreamed about, Neptune, dreamed about, square Mars. So that challenge point of yours, how am I going to get that dream of mine? Well, it's going to be a new, fresh start. You're going to have to let go of the baggage. That's how you get it. You release the baggage. You find that new, fresh spark within yourself that says, I'm going to go out and I'm going to have a new adventure. I'm going to definitely have a new adventure here. So what does that mean for you? Well, step one, you may have to move through any pain, and you may have to let go of somebody that's caused you pain. This could be a breakup. This could be healing. This could be working through an illness, or it could be working through the grieving process, such as the death. So if any of those things have occurred for you, just know that we are going to be moving through them in a fresh and positive way. And what that may mean for you, it could bring a new relationship. So these are the positive things that happen after you move through your pain. You could also be connecting with an Aries or possibly another water sign at this time. But I see this as a month of you going after what it is that's going to bring you the most happiness. And you could be having some reunions with those. Perhaps even an ex. You may be even reuniting with an ex, and that could be for a fresh start in a relationship. And maybe that's the wish you wanted. And if that's the case, yeah, there could be some forgiveness involved. And that may be having your emotions run high because you're like, wow, I have to now learn how to retrust. I have to heal my heart. I have to make this decision about where my life is going to go and the path that is going to bring me the most happiness and the most joy in my relationships. So as that is happening and you have Mars in your 10th house, just know that any of that hard work that you're putting in right now, as it pertains to your life path and your work, it could be bringing you some small money offers and also some new relationships. So any of the pain that you're having to move through is going to help you start something fresh and new. All right, excellent, Virgo. enjoy this month. Enjoy your December. Next on, we're going to be moving on to Libra. Libra, this month, we're dancing in our dream and trying to determine where that is leading us here at the end of the year. We have Neptune going direct right now, and we also have Mars retrograde, which are square. That Mars retrograde is happening in your 9th house. So what does that mean for a Mars retrograde in the 9th? Well, I feel like you could be reviewing some of your morals, some of your education. You could be reviewing your travel plans and things of that nature. You may have made some plans in this area, and they perhaps aren't coming to fruition, and you're having to redo. Perhaps you planned a trip and you're having to change that trip right now, or maybe you had thought you're going to be doing some higher education. Maybe you're going to be going back to school, and now you're thinking about exactly where that's going to be, and you aren't quite sure. So just be mindful. Stick to your higher truth this month. Stick to that which works best for you. I would definitely be staying in your own lane and making decisions as they pertain to your life specifically. I know you're always so excellent with partnerships, but every now and then it's good to focus on yourself and focus on what your dream is. And then you can use that energy to bring in others. All right, I'm going to cut the deck for Libra. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the 6 of Wands. There's success happening here. This is success. You may have put in a lot of energy towards a big project, and now you are enjoying the monetary rewards of that, or just some positive relationships that are going well for you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Could be connecting with an Aries right now. The animal spirit card I have for you is the Lion, definitely showing your strength. Oh, here's your card. New moon in Libra. For Libra, new romantic cycle begins. How lovely. This is interesting here as we're talking about the 9th house. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, religious factors. The 9th house can absolutely deal with more of that spiritual side. So let's see what we have for the tarot. Main energy I have is the 8 of Cups. There's that alone time we were talking about. Past energy, 9 of Wands. Current energy, 8 of Wands. Future energy, the Sun. Well, Libra, I think you've got some of the most positive cards that we've seen in this whole reading. So let's talk about it. You may be going on a little personal journey this month. You may be planning for a personal journey for yourself so that you can go find your happiness. If there's been things that haven't been fulfilling to you, then you need to go out and certainly find the cup that's going to bring you the joy. So you have your dream, you have your wish, you have your 9 of Cups. So this bear is going off to find its necessities in life, right? And what is that for you? Well, it's emotional fulfillment. So finding the areas of life in which are bringing you emotional fulfillment may mean that you've got to drop some of the baggage in order to get to some of the more positive actions here. There could be some areas of your life that are just being enlightened by the Sun. You may also be connecting with a Leo. I definitely see that because we have the Lion and we have the Sun card. Leo or Aries, and those fiery elements are going to be working for you positively this month and enlightening you in areas which could be creating some new travel for you or some new spiritual experiences. But all of that comes after a bunch of hard work. We do have the 9 of Wands here, so quite a bit of fire energy. This means that you absolutely had a lot on your plate. You've been juggling all of these tasks. We've got this monkey here that's just kind of a little tangled up in all these wands. And so you may have felt like you've just had to get through a lot of action was needed on your part in order to get to the point where you can enjoy a little bit more of the fun and maybe get out and do some traveling at this holiday time. And that may be taking you to a place that you haven't been before, but it could be very positive. And so let's read a bit more about this Lion card. The Lion card means that you've definitely shown a lot of strength this month, or you are going to be using your strength. All right, the Lion. Patient, regal, a complete master. When in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn too serious. Bring it to balance, daily meditation, friendship. So definitely bringing those positive relationships into your life right now. As you have Mars retrograde in your 9th house, you may be meeting people as you're going on a trip, or you may be meeting people in other spiritual circles that perhaps, I don't know, maybe even a yoga meditation or something like that. It says, the lion is the master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A lion personality dictates their life to personal and spiritual growth. So absolutely, a lot of that spiritual element is being highlighted this month. And if you're working with a partner right now, I see that as being a new fresh start. You absolutely could be connecting with a Libra, a Leo, or an Aries at this time. So I wish you a beautiful month, Libra, and we will be seeing you after the new year. Last but not least, we have Scorpio. So Scorp, let's talk about what's going on for you right now. Scorpio, this month we are talking about that Mars retrograde, and Mars being one of your ruling planets, this may be affecting you more personally than it is some of the other signs. Right now, we have Mars that is at 18 degrees of Gemini, moving backwards in your 8th house. So what does that mean? Well, with your ruling planet moving backwards in the house in which you rule, it may feel like, it could feel like the Page of Wands, could feel like a learning experience. It could also feel like pulling up the depths of your soul in order to rework and review how you're going to move forward and how you're going to work with some of these deeper sides of yourself that are really important. You may be literally dealing with that death and transformation energy quite a bit more this month, in which that's who you already are. It may just feel like a deeper delve into the well. And what are you pulling up from that deeper delve as we are, having your ruling planet move in reverse. So one of them anyway, the other one just went direct. So Pluto is now direct in Capricorn. So that is helpful. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, we have the Heart of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords, maybe connecting with an air sign. Got a main energy, past, present, future. Bottom of the deck, we got the 9 of Pentacles. You're looking good. You're single. You're feeling good. Maybe you're wearing pink. Maybe you're feeling out that more feminine side of yourself. Let's take a romance angel. I'm going to get a Moonology card and then an animal spirit card. So let's see what we have for those. The animal spirit card we have is the elephant. That's interesting. This was came out earlier. Maybe it came out for Cancer, because then it says we've got full moon in Cancer here. A personal issue reaches resolution. Could be connecting with the Cancer. And we also have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So with all of that delving into the deeper sides of yourself, into that 8th house, it will probably likely feel like you need a bit of a break. It could feel a little heavy. It could feel a little bit like you just want some alone time, or you find that special partner that can enjoy that energy with you, and the both of you take a break together. So perhaps in nature or somewhere that allows you to have just more of a peaceful experience, maybe getting away from that hustle and the bustle. All right, main energy I have for you is the 3 of Pentacles. Past energy, Ace of Cups, love it. Current energy, 7 of Wands. Future energy for Scorpio, we've got the Emperor card, Sky Father. All right, so what does all of this mean for you, Scorpio? Well, you're definitely breaking through some boundaries. This elephant is the most auspicious card in the deck, and it allows you to see that which is blocking you so that you can move forward in a positive way. It's definitely a positive omen. However, it does take a little bit of hard work. It says, when in balance, one-pointed focus, generous, loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. Bring into balance, trust. And we've seen a lot of the trust and the 7 of Swords come out this month. So there could be some strategizing that's going on with others. With the Neptune finally going direct and it being square Mars, we had a lot of that deception and delusional energy. And what does that mean for you? Well, it looks like you decided to just take a break from it. You know the inner truth, you know what's going on, and you may be finding some teams to work with to help you just focus on getting some work done at the time. With Mars retrograde, it may need more of a team to get the job done. May seem something like you could have tackled it yourself, and now you're realizing that I need some people to help me here. Maybe 2 other people plus you, and then you can get whatever is on your plate done. And you can come to a completion. It says a personal issue reaches resolution. So that may have something to do with your home. Maybe you've been working on a home project for a while and you need a team to come in and help you complete it. Some other people of like mind. Past energy, though, we've got the Ace of Cups that says whatever we're doing this month, we're doing because we love ourselves. We're doing it to fill our own cup, not necessarily for somebody else. This could be new love coming in, could be a new love with another leader type, another business owner, or an Aries or a cardinal sign. So perhaps a Cancer as well. And so as you're loving yourself more, you need to stand your ground about the things that are most important to you to keep the ball rolling in the right direction, at least to keep the ball rolling at all. If it feels like things are going backwards, we want them to keep moving forward. And so we're going to have to demand more of our team here. We're going to have to demand our team to stick to their tasks so we can complete the project like the emperor wants to. We can be the architect of our lives here. And that may feel like what you're going through right now is just a little rebuilding of your framework. And so I think that framework, you know more than anybody, and maybe you aren't sharing it with people what your ultimate goals are, but that may happen a little bit more independently this month. Perhaps you aren't working as much with others, and you're working on your money, you're working on your bottom line, and that's going to take all of your focus. But I don't think that any of this is happening without love, because we do have this Ace of Cups here. So maybe it's just a new person that's entered your life and they're helping you complete your projects while you're staying on task and working through any of those bumps in the road that you are certainly able to pull through. And so if that does feel like some frustration to you, you can do the meditation, the Ganesha meditation, to help break through anything in your root chakra, which is ruled by Scorpio. So working on those deeper elements and pulling anything up from the well that needs to be worked through. That way you can move on to creating and building your beautiful future. All right, Scorpio, thanks for that. And thanks everybody for watching. I've really enjoyed giving these December readings to you all. I wish you all a lovely holiday season, New Year, and I will see you for the upcoming full moon reading in Gemini. Please subscribe to my channel for more Tantra and Tarot.